Good morning, students. My name is Muhammad Azam Khan, native of Hyderabad. Today, I'm going to start with a new subject that is MEFA, Managerial Economics and Financial Accounting. In this in this subject, you are having 5 units. Out of 5 units, I'm going to take 2 units. It's related with economics. Among first 2 units, today I'm going to start with the introduction of economics, importance and evaluation of economics. After this class, if you have any kind of doubts, please mention in the comment box and let me know. Secondly, please comment your attendance in the comment box for the attendance. And lastly, please focus on the subject, what I am going to understand, what I am going to deliver right now. If you have any kind of problem, please don't shy or please don't keep in your mind itself. Please open it, ask question openly in the comment box, or you can contact with Rabbani, so he will give me the feedback. Thank you. Now we are going to start with the subject, that is managerial economics. What do you mean by managerial economics? First, I want to give you the introduction. Managerial economics, it is nothing but satisfying needs and wants through the allocation of scarce resources. That means whatever the resources we are having, we are going to fulfill the needs and wants. It studies economic, that means managerial economics studies economic phenomena and related behavior of the people. Economic behavior relates to an essential conscious effort to derive maximum gains from the uses of scarce resources and opportunity available. Now, I have collected some PPTs which you are going to see and which we are going to focus on it. Now, we'll play slowly one by one, and in short form, it's nothing but problems of resources allocations are constantly faced by individuals, enterprises and nations. So in this chapter, you are having all these sessions. So what is the meaning of managerial economics? As I was saying, managerial economics, I will say it's a scarcity and efficiency. That means economic studies deals with how the price of the labor, capital and land and set in the economy. See, you are pursuing the mechanical engineering course. In this course, you should have to be very familiar with your product or project. When you have to take the proper decisions within a short span of time, these things you have to keep in mind. What are those? Land, capital, men, method. Method is nothing but your techniques or the process or the new features of technology you are using in your production or product. Now, how these prices are used, that means whenever you are having the prices, what are the price we should have to fix for a particular commodity or a good. So let us have the introduction first. Managerial economics is the discipline that deals with application of economic concepts, theories and methodologies to practical problem of business firms. Subject that uses the theories of economics and the methodologies of decision science. So here the word is decision science. You have to take, that is a very important term when you are going for that term, that is you are having decision term here, decision science for managerial decision making known for managerial decision making is known as managerial economics. In short form, I want to tell you that in your subject are the uses of theories of economics and the methodology. What are the methods are there? What are the theories are there for decision science? That means whenever you are able to take the decision, like science is an art, like science is a decision. That means decision is also science. in some aspects. So you have to focus on this thing, and this is the small introduction. We'll go what is managerial economics. Managerial economics is the science of directing scarce resources to manage cost effectively. Whatever the things you are having, you have to focus on it and you have to place it on it. That means it consists of three branches: competitive market, market power, and imperfect markets. A market consists of buyers and sellers that communicate with each other for voluntary exchange. See, I'll take or I will give an example to you guys where you people are able to understand what is the importance of managerial economics in our subject. Suppose an XYZ person has become a manager of a company in a mechanical or in a production. And it's a productive company or manufacturing industry or factory. And his good is a car, four-wheeler. In that, he knows what are the things, that means what are the parts of the vehicles are manufactured by which place and who is delivering to them, who is a supplier to them, and who is assembling them, who is making them. And by seeing the market demand, they will come, they have to bring the product in time or on time in the market. For example, sometimes the demand will be high in the market, but you people are having less resources, are the equipments, are the labor, employees, HR, or you are having less finance, or you are having techniques. New techniques are not there. What are the your competitors are bringing in the market? Depending on this, what are the resources, scarce resources you are having, to maximize your profit and minimize your cost, you have to focus on this chapter, that is managerial economics. So managerial economics will help you to take the decision on it. What sort of decisions? There are three problems on economic organizations wherever you go. Mostly every society or every organization must answer three fundamental questions. What is that? The first one is, what commodities are to be produced in and in what quantity? That means what sort of products you should have to produce and in what quantity. Either you are producing those goods, that means what is not in demand and where the sale is not there, then what is the use of that producing goods, and in what quantities, how much quantities are there. If you doesn't know the quantity, then if you are making n number of product, then that is not a use of for you, that is a loss of money for the company, loss of time, loss of money, loss of efforts. These three things will be there which is going to affect your organization. So first question, first, what are the fundamental duties of a society or the organization is, first what we should have to produce and at what quantity. And this is the first question everyone should have to keep in mind before going for taking the decision. Second thing is how are goods produced. That means what sort of goods techniques you are producing, what kind of quality of products or raw materials you are using. That is important. How much time it is going to take, how much time it takes for the delivery, how you are going to solve the errors or the problems or the maintenance of the product annually after once it got installed. Like if I take an example of AC, so after purchasing of the product by the customer, it is the duty of the organization to provide the maintenance also. That means contract will be there, the technician should be there, the parts should be available in the market, or the service center should be there for fulfilling their requirements. So that is important. And the third one is, from whom are goods produced. That means who are going to get the fruitful result, from whom we are going to get the good goods produced. That means who is our supplier, who are the people who are providing the supplying the raw materials to us. This is a very important thing, we have to focus on it. Next, sorry, yeah, next here, why managerial economics? A powerful analytical engine. This is a powerful analytical engine. Why so? Because managerial economics, as I told you, that because of this problem, three things you are going to tell or take the decisions on what are the things you are going to focus. Okay, that means decision is important. When you are taking the decision, that is going to focus on your production. Yes, a broader perspective on the firm is what is a firm? What sort of firm is it? What kind of production will take place? What are the firm's overall objectives? What are the main goals, mission, visions, everything? Every company have their own objective. One best and common objective of every organization is maximizing the profit, minimizing the cost. This is very important. See, and another thing is what pressure desire the firm towards profit away from profit. The basics for most some of the more rigorous analysis of issue in marketing and strategic management. That means by seeing the issues in the market and the marketing is what? It is a process of where the buyer and seller come together at a place that is called market, and the process of buying and selling is known as marketing. What is the things are required and who is going to purchase, who are the daily customers or the target customers of the company. Those the production the firm will is going to focus on, and what are the strategic managements we have to follow. That is very important. Next thing here, these are the features of managerial economics. This we are going to now just I'm just giving the introduction to you. In our next class we are going to learn all this in deep one by one. Microeconomics character, what is the choice and allocation, what is goal oriented, what is the conceptual and metrical, then pragmatic, normative, multidiscipline. Okay, now these are the scopes. I'll just deliver one thing here. See, here in the features are deriving the maximum satisfaction, income moments are there. So you have to focus on these, and here is one book by the name Managerial Economics and Financial Accounting. In this book, you have to focus that what are the things are essential. Now, we are going for another thing, that is nothing but how the scarcity, how the scopes of the managerial economics are there. See, the scope of managerial economics is not yet clear, laid out because it is a developing science. Even the following fields may be said to generally fall under managerial economics: demand analysis, forecasting, cost and production analysis, pricing decisions, policies and practices, profit management, capital management. See, what is demand analysis and forecasting? See, in this unit one, in the next topic, we are having one by one. We have to explain in the depth. So I'm going to just explain you briefly because as it is an introduction to you all guys. Now, demand analysis is nothing but how much uh, peoples you are having. That means what is the demand in the market. You have to analyze it. What sort of goods are in demand, at what price, what quantity, color, taste, features, all these things you have to focus on it. Next, cost and production analysis. What is the cost we should have to be there, and how the production should have to be take place. We have to analyze either we have to increase the price or we have to decrease the price by seeing the our competitors, by providing all the features. If the competitors having the less price, then we should not have to increase this price. We have to also decrease our price, or we have to increase the price as no one is there in the market of monopoly, so we can hire. So we have to analyze all these things. Now, pricing decisions is very important topic for a firm or a company to fix it. When after manufacturing, how much cost will it take, or what are the liabilities, or what are the expenditures does the company has to complete this product per unit. Everything they will calculate it and they have to fix it. And policies and practices, what are the policies are there of a firm or a company, they have to follow up and they have to work on it. And at last, that the practices will be there. Now, profit management. Every company nowadays, they are not working for free of cost. As you know, when they are utilizing some efforts, time, money, material, capital, in returns they are expecting something. So in returns, that is nothing but the profit. Every firm, they are focusing on the profit, maximization of the profit, I told, and minimizing the cost. Meaning they had to minimize the cost and they have to maximize the profit, then only the company will go high in the market. And capital management, how the funds have capital, here nothing but funds, how we have to manage the funds. Either we have to take bank loans or from the finance, or we have to bring the share market. That means we have to have the partnerships with some partners, or we have to go for the shares with other people's capital. All these things we have to focus. Next thing is techniques of marginal economics, or scientific method, statistical method, method of intellectual experiment, method of simulation, historical method, descriptive method. These are the techniques of managerial economics. Now, role of the managerial economics. What is the role? He assists the business planning process. That means who here it's nothing but the author, a big economist like Adam Smith. He says it means the business planning process of a firm. He also carries cost benefit analysis. In order to perform all these roles, a managerial economist has to conduct an elaborate statistical analysis. Yeah, here he is nothing but a managerial economist. Who is the economist? Every company they will keep one lawyer, one decision maker, decision group will be there, a committee, board of members will be there. Among them, manager economist will also be there who will focus on it. If I take an example of World War II, in on those days before World War II, in 1932, when Germany was in debt after the World War I, when Hitler came into power, there was an economist by the name Helder Scavens, a German economist. He says that if you want to bring your economy fast in the country, bring more production, do more production, and you will get more employment. When you are getting more employment, people get more money for their standard of living. When you are having more production in the market, then you will uh, provide these goods to the other countries peoples with low price. So what happened, he had done in such a way, so he had started manufacturing so many weapons, so many goods in lot production. So what happened at last, that has become that bring the development of a country, standard of country has come upstate. How? The thing is, on those days after the World War One, many people were jobless, there was no food, they were homeless, no education, no proper stability of living. On those days there were no jobs also. People used to hang a banner on their necks and used to say that I am ready to work for $1 or like that. So any job like that, the notice will be there. On those, it was a very critical condition for German peoples. So what happened, these people, with just one economist, he has bring the idea, and the government of Germany on those days they follow it, and at result they got, finally the result was they got the employment and the country got the financial capital. And there, lastly, there was a very good, there was a good name in the neighboring countries, while their products are having a good quality with low price and all the features. So these are the things that economists should have to conduct an elaborate statistical analysis. He should have to do the analyticals. He must be vigilant, active, and he must have ability to cope up with all the pressures. At times, a managerial economist has to prepare speeches for top management. Sometimes, as you may have seen that our prime minister of a country or the president of a country, they will also take the advice of the economist. So the economist is a person who sometimes he has to prepare speeches for top managements, not only for country, in the organizations or in the firms. What will happen, some top people will have, so they will say that in this so and so we are going to increase the bonus, or we are going to provide 1 month extra salary, or the bonus, or the perks, or the any kind of offers whatever the companies are bringing, so they will bring to the notice of the management. Next, what is the conclusion? A managerial economist has a very important role to play by helping the management in successful decision making and forward planning. But to discharge his role successfully, he must recognize his responsibility and obligation. Managerial economists can distribute significantly to the profitable growth of firms and effective solution of their problems. Now, here I want to tell you that how the evolution, that means how the economics first came into the market. That means the word economics is derived from the Greek word that is nothing but oiko and nomos. Oiko means for household and settlement. For household and settlement. Nomos means what? Nomos means laws and norms, rules and regulations. Some rules and regulations will be there that is going to be focused for the sake of the peoples. Okay, so these are the things where we are going to learn. That means in the small thing I want to tell you that many peoples had given many introduction part to the managerial economics. Today the term uh, economic is nothing but it is oriented from the Greek language in two words, oikos, oikos, O-I-K-O-S, oikos, which means for household or settlement. If you are having a house, what are the things are necessary? What are the things, what are the basic needs are there of a human being? That is important. What are the basic needs of a human being? The basic needs of a human being is nothing but uh, like food, shelter, cloth, medicine, education, sometimes transportation, etc. So if every human being, for example, if they are having if they are getting three times of food properly, drinking water facility is there, electricity is there, and internet Wi-Fi is there, and they are having some good job, or and children are going to the schools and they are having a free education in the government schools or colleges, are they are affordable for the fees in the private organizations, and that is a what we can say, that is a household settlement house, that is a full settled house. Like that, a country should also get settled. There should not be an unemployment, there should not be a wastage of goods, there should not be a wastage of resources. Now we have to utilize the natural resources in a proper way. Doing things in a proper way is known as effectiveness. Doing things in a proper way, that is important in the things. Now for example, I have find out a this one. I'm just picking here this bottle I just found on the table, and I don't know whose water bottle is this. Then what I have done, just I pick up this bottle. I went to the Aya and asked Aya, it is there on my table. I don't know who had forget this water bottle and it doesn't belong to me. Then what the Aya will do, she will rectify it and she'll know, no sir, I have seen that so and so student or so and so faculty had kept on your table. So what's my duty? I have to call to that student, or I have to hand over it to that student or to that faculty in a proper without destroying that. And this process is known as effectiveness. This the meaning is the process which I have did, the process of identifying the product, identifying the problems, identifying the mistakes, identifying the scarcity, what it may be, and fulfilling the requirements. The requirement is I have hand over to the right person at right time with right place. That is important. Okay, so what the students they have done after taking that, he will say me thank you sir. Oh sorry sir, I had forgot that on your table by mistake. I was in search of. So what happened when I had given at that time, he was doing his lunch, so he was in need of water. So I had provided the water bottle at the right time, providing the right time, and he had understand that yeah, it is a good because the decision what I have taken is an effective decision. I know I have seen that time. This is the lunch time. Maybe someone has forgot. Maybe I use the word maybe, that maybe they are taking the lunch, or maybe they are in need of water. Please hand over this to that person. I can do like that also, that I can forget whose bottle is it. Let it be. I can keep aside. So will the work worth? No, it doesn't work. So my dear students, this was just small introduction about the economics, and tomorrow we are going to learn about the evolution. Evolution of economics consists of four stages. One is classical, neoclassical, stage, and modern stage. These are the four stages. I'll make the PPTs and I will let you know. And moreover, if you like my video without any errors, like without uh, echo disturbance in my voice or the recording or in my communication skills, please let me know. so that I can rectify it and I can make the good videos for your class. Hope you have understand and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.